That was fun. Hey everybody, it's Jax, your go-to global D-Leaguer, and we're here with round 2, the hype side. So sorry for the delay in the uploads for this. Hopefully we'll be able to look at these a lot faster in future rounds. I loved Vibe so much. It was such a great matchup after matchup, so I expect this to be pretty good. I'm ready. I hope you guys are. Let's get started.
On the blue corner,
who's our first match? Ooh, DIP versus Scream. Scream did a fantastic job for their first round. Don't fix what ain't broke, brothers. Just innovate it, and you'll be fine this season. That would be wild if Scream made it all the way to Nationals, right? Marin. She's like a cute little bird with the feathers. It looks not like a cute little bird, but like a bird too. Naki. Lil Bean. Love it. Has anybody ever gifted him a little bean? And Jilly J, I forgot, totally forgot about how awesome some of these names are on this team. Hibiki. Umi. Oh, Kinsai is not here. When I'm seeing some of these hairstyles, I'm like, the damage you are doing to your hair. Bless your heart. Oh, we were parkour in the back, weren't we? Yeah.
現在5位、前回の獲得ポイント 48.8 ポイント、対する LDH スクリームに対して配信オーディエンス優勢です。ハウスとポップを武器とするこのチーム。
そうですね、今回はヒップホップ、海くんがエースにいるのでヒップホップかもしれませんね。
はい、融合という言葉、衣装から融合が発揮をして優勝を目指せるか。
On the red corner, LDH Scream. The bass performer,
Are we all skeletons? It has a jester upper with a skeleton body. Junosuke! Oh look, we have a whole little DIP fan base on that floor. Leon or Lion. Leon. Daisy the Scrazy? Taiki. Cool. I missed who our ace was. I was too busy looking at these jester fits. Okay, Dahi the Scrazy. What a name. With a $sign. He must mean business. He's on that bag. We're clocking it. Oh, man.
LDH スクリーム新旧 加入ながらもいきなり勝利、現在3位につけていきます、
はい、
53.0% 取っています、スワークということですね。
そうですね、まあ思いっきり骸骨なんで、多分世界観が強い感じのショーになるんじゃないかなって気がしますね。
Alright, what is it? Let's
しかし
go!
であり体調不良でリーダーのライブさんが不在ということで突如選手変更というところ、これを乗り越えていけるのか。
Yeah.
さあ
There's a slinky and
で
slanky.
きるのか注目していきましょう。 LDH
So fun.
Round 2. Block height. First match. Dip Battles versus LDH Scream. Round 2始めるチームはできてますか。まずはこのチーム一丸となり新時代を超えるこのチーム、常に挑戦続けるチームが絶対に負けられないこの戦いに掲げたテーマは融点に達し融解し融合する、異なる質が溶け合い熱を帯び新たな形が浮かび上がる。さあ今宵も磨かれたセンススキル見ていきましょう。
Is that?
紹介しましょう。
It's not. I thought that was a D.League jacket. I mean, I'm wearing a D.League jacket. Shout out. Boom, boom, boom. I bought it at the store. And it took forever to get here, but we got it. I thought that was like a utility jacket. All right, here we go. Cool. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So we have variety of style in play here, which is nice. Nice. Hey. Wait, is that Kenzai and I just didn't recognize him? It could be. So sorry. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Toss away was cool. Ooh. Yeah. We have a lot of... Oh, that was fun. Thank you!
Thank you, Dan.
Battles! Ooh, it's tiring. I don't recognize him.
ありがとうございました。
They did a lot of
ディープ
grenade
バトル
tosses.
様々なジャンルをシームレスに使いこなしてきました。
よかったです
I found it to be
ね
fun.
ヒップホップからハウスに持っていき方もすごい良かったですし、
Yeah, hip hop house, yeah.
ブレイキンも入り、
そうですね、
breaking.
いろんな要素も入れてて、
はい
Hip hop house breaking. That's definitely the threshold that you see Valuance at.
思います。さあこれに対する LDH スクリーム、若きエネルギーはこの
Which is probably why they put Dip and Valuance in two separate sides. Dip used to not be that way. We all remember.
一つです。今回は SP ダンサーを2名投入し、この一戦に挑んできました。果たしてどんな作品をぶつけてくるんでしょうか。それでは参りましょう。Round 2 Block High First Match Second Performance.
Ready.
新たな風をもたらした平均年齢17歳のこのチーム若武者たちが再び勝利を収めるため掲げたテーマは L's Up ドイツサウンドに深刻ボイス掲げた手のひらに刻む誇りとロイヤリティ心に夢抱いた若きダンサーたちの幕開けた最強伝説今宵もお見逃しなくそして皆さん L のハンドサインでぜひ一緒に盛り上げてくださいさあご紹介しましょう LDH Scream!
Alright, Synchro looked pretty good. Ace looked fine. Like, if it had a... There's a lot of predictability in the approach. Could it be because of our saturation of Dip's perspective? I'm sure. But this is new blood we have here. That's cool, though. Oh, he almost landed on him. And also, I don't think he was supposed to go that far out because the spotlight, he didn't catch it. That's really cool landing there. It can be hard to see what's going on in their fits. It's something I completely forgot to talk about in the last round, where we have the great vantage points. It is hard to see some of their choices, and I have a close-up. That's cool. That was a cool break-off, though. Nice. It ended up with a little flag freeze. It was cool. They hybrid a lot. I'm so curious about... Hey. That visual's sick with the fit. I like that ace for how creative the usage of our outfit was. Thank you!
Thank you!
LDH Scream! Okay. They did a little bit of breaking in that. They hybrid a lot, which worked for them against Avex. But here against a team like Dip, what's happening? I don't hear our commentators. Did they die? Huh. It's so quiet. I hope they're okay. I'll talk. From a technique side, I could see go to Dip. Choreography, of course, that's such a subjective category, and we have no idea what they measure within it. I don't know if it's staging, your lighting, your costuming, your concept, and that's just half of what you could look at. You also have how you take the how you take your techniques, or how you take your movement sequences and you frame them in your formations and your dynamics and all that mess. So I think LDH definitely pushed in that area. Synchro, I can see go to Dip. Time to judge. And then for Ace, I really liked LDH's. I thought that was fun. I think we're just gonna let it ride. I'm very curious about this. I love all the sponsors. Audience may go Scream. Dip. Oh. Destroyed him. Wow. This should also prove too that just because you're from an agency that, you know, has fandoms involved in it, doesn't inherently mean that it's going to reflect here on the audience side. I don't know the audience pool. I do know there's a lot of core D-Leaguers that go every round, and then there's people who review and watch in the live stream. It's still pretty niche, right? To where it's not global like Red Bull is. So that's why I think like having an audience vote right now, I don't think is as big of a concern as if this goes super global and super big, like a household name big, then you're going to involve a lot of the general public who really don't understand what they're watching as much as those who are watching here as laymen. So, Dip winning. They didn't just win. Like, that's like the equivalent of what a shutout looks like. That's the first shutout style percentage we've seen. With that aggressive of a point difference. So they're about to show it up right here. Okay. Yeah, 70 versus 29. My God. Okay, so the audience poll was interesting there, right? I was expecting Scream just because of the information I know, but Dip taking both. I mean, they've been established for a hot minute, and they got a ton of sponsors too. Good for them. Dip taking technique, no surprise. Taking choreography, it helps me in scope of, okay, is our choreography being influenced by technique? Because if my hypothesis is correct based on who I've, you know, followed on Instagram, there's a couple judges I follow, and they, I believe, only judge one category because we have X amount of judges per category. They don't judge them all like I thought in round one. So there's a chance that those who are in choreography are influenced from the technique. Should that be the case? No. If you have a technique category, then the technique needs to stay there. Choreography is about the framing of the information you bring. Now, is the technique, can that enhance authenticity of concept and style? Sure. But the technique framework, because we don't have a lot of information as to how these things are measured, we don't know what's bleeding over into the others, which is why it's really hard to tell. And for me, my goal is to always try to be, regardless if I'm on the money or not, to be a perspective that can either, you know, help us all promote interesting discussion from these matchups, be a helpful lens from an outside Japan, but I'm still in the dance scene perspective from America, where most of these styles they're doing were originated, but also like help all of us be able to kind of process and understand why things went the way that they did, or what could be a component that we're not thinking through, right? It's all about perspective and just at the end of the day, there is a lot of money on the line, yes. However, it's still the joy in sharing the art of dance, which is what is really cool. Well done to Dip. And then with Scream, I'm curious about what their thoughts are on losing to this large of a margin. Because that means we have some things that we, like, hybriding the way that they did is not going to be enough. Just like with what's happening with Quants, is they are only relying on technique so fully that they didn't even win technique score, but I think it's because they went so specific to animation waving, right? Like they're two separate little entities at this point, and that's what they were riding or dying on, and that ended up, I think, costing them compared to the versatility of styles represented and the beauty of those being showcased through choreography. My gut says that the judges are being influenced off of other categories based on what this looks like. As somebody who has been influenced before on my own respective circuit I was on, it does happen. And I have no idea, like I said, of any information outside of what we get to glean together. So we digress. That was a really, really fun matchup, though, to see. Scream had a freaking great start, which, did that cost them? I don't know. I think it's better for them to do really well and then crash out in round two than crash out round one and then you're like, well, then what do we do, right? Because that could be a very frustrating thing. Like Quants right now, they haven't even gotten a win yet when LDH did. So I'm very curious about the troubleshooting. Like they're in two different ends of the thought process pool, I think, right now. On to match number 2. Cause it rocks. Cocoa.
その瞬間ごとの自分らしさを感じてく
タイ
自
チ
分のダンスに集中して頑張ります。
シェイキ
今
キ
回ソロパートを担当は作品に
So
与えつつ音楽表現の幅も感じてください。
はる
リバ
か
ウンドという困難もみんなとなら乗り越えられるピンチこそチャンス。みんなで勝利をつかみます。
ユ
今シー
キ
ズン初出場パワームーブのスキルを見てください。
ライミー
としての空気感と自分の踊りのスタイル、流れに注目。B ボーイこそ全部見てください。
レン Real spin He's ready Come on Oh yeah Gosh, their song is wild. Oh, their song is great.
チームの体調不良があり、急遽メンバー変更があったエイトロックス。そんなピンチに立ち向かうメンバーはこちら。今回の S にはパワームーブの緩急を体現できるリーグの中でも唯一の存在という理由から両スピンを起用。そんな両スピンさんからは今シーズンはルールや会場、今までとは違う D リーグになり、それに伴いさらに進化したエイトロックスを見せたいと思います。ファッションあふれるエースパフォーマンスをお楽しみにというお言葉をいただきました。個性あふれるチームの魅力に負けず、それぞれの個性とチーム力でぶつかっていきます。お互い最高のパフォーマンスでベストマッチになるよう気合い入れていきますとのことです。
構成エイトドッグス現在4位、順位で勝っておりポイントでも勝っており直近対決でも構成エイトドッグス勝利している。しかしながらデータ上では有利だが4人体調不良で
そうですね、まあでも普段結構彼らそういうの慣れてるんで強いと思いますよ。
Nice.
パワームーブでぶちかましていくか。
On the red corner, List X.
List X. Meow, 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 wow, 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 wow.
初陣で緊張していますが、いいダンスを届けられるように頑張ります。
Cute.
夢を見てください。
Cute.
違
Zab.
った自分を見せれたらと思います。
Kasumi.
ガラッと雰囲気が変わるのでお楽しみに。
Nice.
ミステイクス
Risa.
を最後まで見て知って楽しんでほしい。楽しませます。
Tenju.
日本の真骨頂ミステイクスとしての熱い気持ちを皆様に届けます。
Huh. Tatsu. He said wah 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 wah.
そんなヒップホップの美しさを知ってもらいたいです。この年でみんなと同じステージに立てることに感謝しつつ、
Keisuke. I love the little sparkles whenever they all pop up.
今シーズンの初勝利を狙うラウンド2のメンバーはこちら。そして今回のエースにはチームリーダーの一発目のエース、チームを引っ張ってほしいという理由からたつきを起用。そんなたつきさんからは見どころは真っ向勝負かというお言葉をいただきました。ルーツというテーマのもと、自分たちの原点ともいえるスタイルで真っ向勝負で我々のかっこいいを届けますとのことです。
リスト X 現在8位、エースポイントを非常に高く前回取っています。
はい、
今回エースにこれまでは SP ダンサーとして登場していたたつきさんが登場。
はい、たつき来ましたね。まあ乗ってますからね、彼も。ミステイクスはヒップホップ強いと思いますね。楽しみです。
真っ向勝負、自分たちの持てる
Yeah, it's a really fun,
気
chill
合がなんか入ってる感じ
flow.
がチーム全体から受けてる。楽しみですね。
リスト X のル
Yep.
ーツ。
ケイスケ君もいますからね、今回はね。
さあ非常に強い布陣となっている。こちらも注目していきましょう。
Round 2, Block Hype. Second match, Kosei H Rock versus List X.
Bam, 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 bam.
連携の可能性を創造しフロアを支配するこのチームが登場。 溢れたスキルの数々が物理のない世界を生み出す。テーマはフリップ。積み重ねたスキルで今宵は新たなフリップの可能性を最後に見せつける。再び栄冠を手にするために進化したブレイキング。皆さん、瞬き元気のパフォーマンスお楽し
I
みくださ
love
い。
me a good Koze 8 rock straight up breaking set. I'm still thinking about their promo.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Took me to a place, man. Loved it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Kosei 8 rocks.
Koze 8 rocks. They're so real for that, though. That was like a safe version of what Kadakawa risked from from Vibe. Woohoo! Yeah! I love it. Come on, using lighting to promote an illusion of a transition. Yes! Okay. Did she overshoot it? I don't know. I mean, it looked like she caught the freeze there at the stall. I think this is called invert, is what I've heard it called, right? Okay. Ooh! Oh my god. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Woohoo! Oh yeah, oh yeah. That meltdown was cool. Part of me does think that this section would have worked well as a synchro section too. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Nice cannon. Yes. Ooh, ooh. Come on, speed. Nice. Nice. Oh, cool. Come on, cannon. Thank you!
Thank you!
Koze 8 rocks! You know, there's a thought that I had that does tie back into the vibe
ありがとうご
round
ざいました
with, what is it,
高
Imane,
専8のスタイリッシュそしてパワフルに決めていきました
Quants.
そうですね。
I said something about
ガリーとルーティン
why their score was how it was for technique, but after looking at Koze, they're exclusive breaking for most of the time.
全体の勝利
Sometimes they deviate and do house or other styles, but
エースというか各
they're a breaking crew.
存分に出し惜しみすることなく出してきましたね。これ強いショーケースですね。
Bボーイ、B ガールともにバチバチ見せていきました。これに対するリスト X ルーツ自らの力を出し惜しみなく見せてくださるこちらのチーム
Round 2.
で参りましょう。
セカンドマッチ。レッドコーナーのチームはこちら。
オールドトゥニューを掲げ、ヒップホップの伝統と革新的アイデアを見せるこのチームの
Alright,
登場。
list X. Who knows what they're gonna do? That's kind of the charm of the group, though. Sounds like hip hop, based on what I was hearing.
テーマはルーツ。多様なエッセンスを融合させた彼らがルーツに帰るとき、それぞれがさらなる輝きを放つ。今シーズン、彼らが成し遂げる奇跡への一歩。皆さんで見ていきま
Does
しょう。
this shirt say X large?
List X!
List X.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. List X.
Okay. I like the grenade launch move that we're seeing from so many teams. Nice. The range is really nice. And how far out we're going in our choices. Yay. Toss it. Another grenade launch. This feels like a Dip Battles 2.0 right now. Ugh. I like the knee swipe, was cool. Or mostly like a knee glide. Toss back. He recovered from it. Kip up was clean. Come on now. He's like, I'm here. Ooh. Break off. I like that they kept dancing even though it was a blackout. This track's tricky because it goes like this. It plateaus. So it can be very easy for their choreo to come across that way if they're not mindful. That was nice. I like the break off. I like the transition. Oh man. We're to-ing and fro-ing, aren't we? Ooh, yeah. That was sick. Thank you. Yeah. Pull away is nice. Ooh. Okay. Oh, tricky stuff here. Oh, that's long. Ooh. I mean, who had more density? List X. Who took a big risk by starting in a freaking headstand? Koze. Interesting bookends. Thank you!
Thank you!
List X. All right, chat, let's talk. This one's interesting for different reasons because I'm thinking in my head we got Quants who completely got railed on technique, but they had incredibly complex, dense technique, just like what we saw from Koze with breaking. List X was hip-hop through and through on that one, rock, bounce, and groove. So I mean, who had more difficulty? Koze. Absolutely on the technique side, so I could see them take it. Oh, the music of List X may have worked against them possibly because, like I had mentioned, it's coasting like this. And so you have to supplement it if your music is not providing any context or any musical moments. Then you have to... Goodness, that's risky. I mean, I can see, side note, oh, somebody in the back corner was off on that. Okay, I can see List X possibly take synchro. Aces are incredible on both sides. I really love the syncopation on the ace on List X, but I love the speed of our ace from Koze. Oh God, Jess, use your brain. What was I talking about? I was talking about both of them had like singular technique styles, which makes me wonder why did Quants get docked so much on their technique or they didn't get voted for against their competitor? Because they had more difficult, more complex styles. Even though Lifeful had other styles represented, the complexity was, I thought, supplemented to the technique. If I was there, that's who I would have voted for. But also, we respect Lifeful. That's just why I'm bringing it up, is because Quants had such a dense animation presentation, but they didn't get rewarded for it at all on technique. But both of these teams would. But I'm going to lean Koze because of difficulty. For ace? Oh. Lord, isn't that a toss-up? Choreography and... I'm going to lean Koze for choreography because the lighting transitions were sick. So I can see Koze pull a win. Yeah, I would vote List X for synchro based on what I saw at the two. Ooh, let's find out.
配信たちブルーが優勢 会場ジャッジのブルーがリード。テクニックで巻き返したレッド。コレオグラフィー巻き返しているレッド。エースもレッドが優勢だ。シンクロわずかにブルーが優勢。53.3対40。
Freeze. Okay. Koze took the win, but it's because of their audience. That's why. This is honestly one of the first cases I'm clocking that if audience didn't have such a bigger pull, Listex would have won. Because only Ace did Koze get a win over. I find that interesting that they prefer Listex over Koze on these other categories. Very interesting. It just comes down to preference, and also I've mentioned this many times before on the vibe side, so I'll try to limit the amount of times I say it here. We really do not know true scope or context of what these judges are judging on in the respective categories, and part of me, my hypothesis is we're bleeding over our preferences between the categories, because I originally thought that the judges were judging all of it. I don't believe that's the case. You have a set number of judges that judge one category. That would be fine if we stayed within a respective scope of the category, but I don't think that's happening. I think we're being influenced by choreography, or being influenced by music, or being influenced by all these things when we need to only be looking very specifically to the phrasing or the sequence of the move, not how they packaged it in the difficulty of technique. That's the technique category. Or don't have the categories like that, or have more itemization in your categories and have more judges on those categories adjudicating them. So, but this is the first time that we're seeing audience pull a win for a team when most of the other categories that the judges pulled were in favor of the other side. Okay, I see. But it's not, they didn't lose by a large margin. I mean, if they like really no holds barred it, like what we saw from a previous round, then it'd be a different story. But Koze winning, I mean, if I was in the room, I would have voted Koze. So that would have been on site. That would have been me. Like, I would have on site that, or online, whatever, because I mostly do online. I do find it interesting that that Listex took over Koze, but because Listex didn't over hybrid it. They did hip hop. Well, they did multiple styles, which then goes back to my point. Are our judges really wanting variety of style as a part of their technique justification? Because that's what the thing was with Quant. He technically did 2, but you could see it put in 1, because waving a lot of times isn't recognized as its own style. Koze exclusively did breaking. Listex did some hybrid outside of hip hop with some other stuff. Got it. Okay, I'm figuring it out, guys. Cyber Agent versus Benefit 1. So if I was Team Quant, I would take notes on how Cyber Agent... Hi, Chris. How Cyber Agent structures their stuff. They're going to be doing... Well... And, they're doing locking, for sure. Kai! Itchy! Otto! Love it. Kanato. Aroe. Okay, I'm going to mute after Taiki! After everybody comes out. Because what happened is the last time that we looked at the rounds, you noticed that the hype round had to get chopped a little bit. And Cyber Agent was one of those. Reason why is I believe their theme song cannot be seen, monetized. Yeah, can't be seen by anybody nor monetized. Monetization's whatever. I don't get monetized for this. That's fine. We watched it because we love it. But it got blocked the whole video because of their theme song. So that's why I'm muting it this time to see if we can keep this in and everything's fine and dandy. The other case in which it happened was Benefit 1's actual track that they used for last round. Which is funny that they're going up against each other. My 2 copyright blockers. So maybe this whole match is going to get blocked. We'll see. But we're going to let them live their life here. It's fun. It's a vibe. And then we should be fine after they leave the stage. We'll see if it passes, and we'll just continue to mute it. I think that's fine. And I know you guys are like, I mean, their song's cool, but I know we're not super married to it. You can just pretend that it's playing on their own time. Okay.
Corner.
There we are.
Benefit 1.
Theirs is fine.
Flawless.
MONOLIZ. Out of all teams that I really want to meet, Benefit 1. Because I've had more conversations. Woo! Honami! I've had way more conversations with the Benefit 1 members than I have with any other team. Ikari Orichi. So I want to like show my support. Come on. Miu. She's cute. Yumo. Wow. Yoichiro. Archuro by Yoichiro. Keiichiro. Come on now. Bang. Game. Cherry. She's like, come here. So their theme song should be fine though. We'll see. We're gonna leave it. See if I get any issues. ONLIZ.
今シーズン初勝利を狙うのはこのメンバー。今回のエースには妖艶さとしなやかさ、力強さを兼ね備えたチェリーを起用。そんなチェリーさんからはたくさん空中に浮いてますとのこと。前シーズンの王者レジットと戦えることを嬉しく思います。その中でも今回もメモリストが強い。様々な得意とするジャンルを
It looks like we're gonna be doing I don't
世界観を皆様にお届けしますとのことです。
like Bollywood.
昨ラウンドではコレオのポイントが非常に高いです。今回も衣装を見る限り、コメントを見る限り、世界観しっかり見せてくれそうだ。
めっちゃいいと思う。
これはどのような作品が見えるのか。
Nice.
みんないい
Boom,
匂いしてそう。
boom, boom. With the catwalk.
空に浮くようです。
Yep.
何回も浮くようです。
セクシー。
さあ、蜃気楼の向こう側に見えるのは。
Oh, we have to learn this one at some point, right? Ready.
Round 2.
So far the teams that I said were pretty safe on their execution, meaning that they're doing what works for them and they're not branching out and they're doing like the safety nets of stuff because they know they can win categories with it. Cyber Agent was one of those I said from last round, and Dip also played it safe again this round. And it's funny how high the caliber of performance is for it to be considered safe, right?
彼らの勢いは誰にも止められない。今宵のテーマはグルービーステイゴールデン。疾走感あふれ、爽快かつおしゃれ。リズム感でグルービーなレジットを皆さんご堪能ください。後半戦一発目、このチーム、サイバーエージェント
Legit.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cyber Agent Legit.
Nice.
1, 2, 3.
Immediately. Come on, Campbell locking. Yes. Straight out the gate. Hey. Wow. I will take this as a step out of the comfort zone. Because that was a good solid rock and groove, huh? Really nice. Ugh. Hey. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That travel was great. Little kid in play. Woo! And when you got breaking in play, this really, really nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ew. Ew to that. Woo! Every other's nice. Come on, snap. Hinge was nice. You better trace it. Cannon, cannon, cannon. So they're integrating subtly different styles. Come on, girl. We're keeping it funky. Yep. Yep. Love it. Really nice. Nice. Oh. Wow, clean. That was a very good performance. Thank you!
Thank you!
Cyber Agent Legit! That was really good. That was not playing it safe nearly as much as their first round. I appreciate the versatility. Was not expecting a breakbeat sound like that at all. Love it, love it.
見せるところをしっかり見せていく。さあ強敵だ。これに対するベネフィットはモノリス。この一手を幻惑あっという間に世界観で塗りつぶしてしまうのか。
All right, Benefit One, as somebody who really likes you guys, we want to win for Benefit One from anybody. Second performance! God. I never pulled for a team like I was pulling for Full Cast and Benefit One, and Full Cast is 2 for 2 this season. Look at that, new leaf. Oh man. Gosh, Cyber Agent did a solid job on trying to justify that technique. The choreography was well phrased, synchro was gross. Ace was really nice out the gate. That was a beautiful format.
10,
9, 8.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Benefit One Monolith.
Benefit One. Oh, come on, Wave. Nice. I bet the process was really interesting for making this routine. Nice. Oh, that was cool. Oh, yeah. So they really dive into the new way of Vogue. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This hybrid is sick. Yes! That caught... Oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna talk about a creative way of involving New Wave Vogue. Is this right here. Wow. Kicks are nice. Back attitude. Sick. Sick. Prep into the split. It's hard to see how that looked. It was a bit hard to see that moment there. Gosh. That pirouette was gorgeous. Range was just a tad bit off on the arms. Cyber will probably take synchro. Cyber will probably take ace. Wow. Wow. you right now, Cyber Agent's gonna win, and I find this interesting though. They're gonna win by a large margin. I don't think it should be as big of a margin as it's going to be, but I'm gonna explain why after we see it just to verify it. I think it's the closest thing to a shutout that you're gonna see. I'm ready to see that happen. Watch, it's gonna happen.
配信ジャッジブルーがリード、会場ジャッジもブルーが優勢、テクニックもブルーが取っている、コレオグラフィーも大幅ブルーが取った、シンクロも大幅に取っている、エースもブルーがリードした。81点。
Let me explain why this happened. Because we don't have a scope for how the judges are supposed to measure styles. This should not be this much of a shutout. If D.League is supposed to promote, and this is like an honest thing, if D.League is supposed to promote, like, okay, you're gonna see all sorts of styles represented on stage. What they did is they hybrid Bollywood-like elements. I can't even verify that. That shows you how interesting of their selection was with New Wave Vogue. That was very creative. So the fact that they got completely shut out in every single category, because whether or not the judges understood what they were watching, it begs the question, should we have boundaries and guidelines as to what is going to be permitted as technique justification, right? Granted, Cyber Agent had very, very, very competitive elements in all of those categories. We've never seen this happen yet with this new format. So we're about, third match in on the second round. This is the second half of it. It should not have been this way. I'm not surprised. And it's Benefit One's choice, too, to partake in these styles. They're becoming the Lifeful of the season. Like what Lifeful normally is, especially before we started integrating. You remember that season of before Synchro and Ace became their own categories, Lifeful they were creating all sorts of wild works, and they would never get measured the way that they should because we don't have guardrails in place. And if you're going to be a professional dance league, you have to have guardrails in place in order for your judges to have a framework to work in. But because we don't know what the judges are even judging on, even within the categories are step one of understanding. There's subcategories that should be put in play in these. So what am I actually looking at as a judge, right? So because we don't have the information, we can't go off of that. I am disappointed that it is a shutout. Like, this is as much of a shutout as it can be, because you're not going to get your audience 100% in one direction unless they, offend your audience, which they won't. I'm very sad by this. I'm not surprised. As you clearly saw, wasn't surprised by this. So I'm curious about what Benefit One's going to do. Are they going to really dive into the whacking Vogue side and not hybrid it conceptually, because it can very easily, get shown in XYZ? Maybe. This just shows, this is a hole that I've been starting to look at that's getting bigger and bigger in the D.League franchise, is the lack of clarity of what's supposed to be getting looked at. Even though we're trying to do it here, there's still a lot of unanswered questions. So we're going to leave it at that, and we're going to move on.
On the blue corner, Avex Royal Brats.
Come on, drone work. Kosuke Hattori. Yuki. Very Joker-esque. Ayaha. I love it. Matsuri. Oh, yeah. Hibiki Iha. Cute. Shungo. Koda. Junpei. Love it, love it. I love how bedazzled it is too, right?
今シーズン初勝利を狙う ARB のラウンド2はこのメンバー。今回のエースにはリーダーの順平を起用。そんな順平さんからは今シーズン初エース、俺のペースで制すでこのゲームグッカマという言葉をいただきました。対するimoonにはシンクロが強くて女性ならではのしなやかさの中に強さのあるチームという印象を持つ。しかし自分たちらしい作品でしっかりポイントを抑えて勝ちに行きます。我々の世界観で会場をジャックしますとのことです。
レイベックスロイヤルブラッツ現在6位獲得ポイント47ポイント、昨シーズンスイープ負けをしてしまったんですが直近3回のバトルではメディカルコンシェプションimoonに対し2回勝っています。
なるほど。
なので勝率はレイベックスロイヤルブラッツの方が多いというところ。
そうですね。面白そうな作品作ってきそうですね。
なんだろうっていう感じですね。そしてエースはハウスを得意とする順平さん
ですね。これ気合入ってますからね、楽しみです。
きらびやかなアウトロの世界見てまいりましょう。
On the red corner, medical concierge imoon.
And to further my point about Benefit One, you know, that shutout situation, imoon, for them to start winning, what they had to do is they went straight whacking. Their jazz contemporary elements won them in some categories in the older format. But if they're not able to dive into a street dance genre that our judges most of the time are going to be the ones that are there adjudicating in that framework. What's up, girl? Then, you know, they're gonna get shut out too. And that's what was happening. Once they started going whacking, that it's been fine for them. They've been way more competitive. Hence why, if D.League is like, okay, we welcome all dance, firstly, good luck finding adjudicators that can measure all dance, because that's not possible. All dance, not possible. So you have to have a framework. Or just our teams just have to be aware that regardless of if there's a guardrail or not for your judging panel, that sticking to a street dance is going to be your best bet, and make sure your team is structured where you can do that successfully, especially if you need to keep your investment. But then that goes into, is my team able to really be a representative in the way that showcases us as a group by having a compromise? Because some teams, that's what that would be. So I have some sincere mixed thoughts about this, which is why I really want to hear from you guys, what you're hearing down your pipelines. Do you know something that I don't? I don't freaking know. I don't know. Their outfits are really cute, though.
現在に勢いに乗っています。獲得ポイント53。
Their outfits are super cute.
ワック要素全開な感じがしますね、今回。
はい、新加入のメメさんもワックを得意としてくれています。
もう得意というかワックチャンピオンですからね。
はい。海外の。
いやー楽しみですよこのショー。
セーラーワックでもいい仕事っていますさあ、ゲストで出ています。見ていきましょう。
Round 2, Block Hype, 4th match, Avix Royal Brats versus Medical Concierge imoon.
情熱と探求心で本質を磨き上げ心を揺さぶるこのチームが登場。王者の血を引き継いだ新生 ARB が見せる上質なエンターテインメント。ARB らしさと遊び心を合わせです。今宵掲げたテーマは Light It Up。荒野に佇む荒廃した街。そこで生きる奇抜で奇妙なアウトローたちの世界。ご堪能ください。さあ、早くもラストマッチ。まずはこのチーム AVEX Royal
Very intrigued on their concept.
10, 9,
And I like the Avex, whenever they're on blue side, it just fits in their color wheel, right?
4, 3, 2, 1. Avix Royal Brats.
Oh, fun. Ooh. Wow, great reversal there. Nice. Nice. So it's not really Joker-esque, but I like the color palette that they went straight into ace. Come on now. Ooh. I don't know if it was just the audio overlay. Oh, that was sick. But it did look like Junpei was trying to catch up to the music. Because his kip up, he almost didn't land. That was nice with that little ISO. Fun. Very playful, but more competitive on polyrhythms. Nice. That was great. Thank you! Avex Royal Brats!
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
コレオグラフィーで遊びつつもカチッと決めていった。
面白かったですね。なんかシはぶらさずですけど、しっかりユニークなポイントたくさん入れてたり、テクニックな部分も入れてたりとか、エベックスのなんか新しいパフォーマンス見た感じで良かったですね。
さあこれに対するメディカルコンシェルジュアイムーン、テーマは新芽ワーキングでこのテーマ化をどうやって見せていくのか。本日ラストマッチ。
They're cute, they're cute. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
参りましょう。メディカルコンシェルジュアイムーン。
レッドコーナーのチームはこちら。
圧倒的なしなやかさとグルーヴを兼ね備えたこのチームの登場。柔軟な発想を持ち続け、たくましく果敢に挑戦するチームが見せる可能性は無限大。新しい命が芽吹く瞬間のように、大地の命を、大地の力を吸って天高く伸びるアイムーンが掲げたテーマは新芽。さらにパワーアップしたアイムーンワーキングで旋風を巻き起こします。さあ全てを驚愕させるストーリーの始まりを皆さんで見ていきましょう。今日のラストを飾るのはこのチーム、メディカルコンシェルジュアイムーン。
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Medical Concierge imoon.
But what did I say? Whacking. The moment they've gone whacking, they've been way more competitive. That was a sick AF synchro section. My God. So if we're going off of complexity, absolutely, imoon should be getting that. Gotta look at their ace. Let's see. Nice. Sick. Sick. BPM change looks great. Beautiful. Yes. Ooh, fun. Come on, guitar solo. I can see her take ace too. So right now it's leaning more towards imoon maybe getting the win here. Oh, nice. But they're doing exclusive whacking though. So I'm curious about that. Are they gonna get awarded for technique? Thank you!
Thank you!
I'm concierge imoon. Okay, so we saw with Koze and we saw with, oh my god, what's her name? From Vibrown. I brought him up a couple times already. Quants. They both did, they were pretty exclusive on one style. And neither of them won their respective technique categories. Now, did Avex bring enough variety of style to take the category from imoon? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Synchro, imoon that was dense. That was a very dense one. That was cool. Man, oh gosh. Like my head's in all sorts of places now since some of the results of this round happened. It's not like that one round back last season where I was wrong every single time, which is fine. Remember, I'm here just to be a different perspective, not to match the judges. Man, okay, Ace. I preferred imoon. Are they contemplating too? I mean, this can swing either. I think both had competitive choreography structures. I would lean imoon for me to be consistent. I would lean imoon for technique because they hybrid a lot, which is cool. But you know, now with how things are going, they could be the other way. Oh man, so I'm gonna say imoon's gonna take the win, but it's not gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be a shutout. I don't think. That's so fun. Their staging's really fun. You know what I mean? The synchro's really nice. Tap tap is really fun. Playful, conceptual. Gosh, I liked both synchros. Okay, let's go find out who won.
コーナーの ABEX ロイヤルブラッツかレッドコーナーのメディカルコンシェルジュアイムンかそれではジャッジの結果を見ていきましょう配信ジャッジレッドリード会場ジャッジもレッドが優勢テクニックもレッドがリードしているコレオグラフィーも回ったのはレッドシンクロもレッドがリードエースもリードしたのはレッド 36.7 対 63.3
Not technically a shutout, but yeah, that was a solid win for imoon. I'm glad they won, and I'm glad they got awarded for their technique. Gosh, goodness gracious. Okay. They did great. That was good. Avex, their concepts are really good. They're still trying to figure out, or we're still trying to figure out what the good balance is. That's what's really interesting here, which is why our lack of information really just makes this can get frustrating fast if we invest too much emotionally into this. That's what I'm really having to check myself on, is that I really want it to be more clear on what we're looking at. Because, I mean, I'll say this too. This will be my last little bit about the Cyber Agent versus Benefit 1. Cyber Agent set through and through absolutely makes sense for them to win. Even if Benefit 1, all the styles that we saw were to be recognized as what they were, it was competitive. Cyber Agent had density. They had multiple styles that they showcase a huge degree of competency in the choreography structure was very competitive. However, I am surprised that Cyber Agent got every single vote from every single judge in every single category. That to me reads that because you have people with different perspectives on that panel. They're human, right? I'm just very surprised that, you know, technique's one thing. Choreography should not be influenced from technique if you have a separate category for it. And it gives the impression that it is. In multiple matches, not just that one. So as much as I'm like, yes, Cyber Agent deserved the win, for sure. Do I think they should have deserved winning every single point? No. I don't think so. But also, once again, I'm one perspective out of many. I'm probably one conversation away from having an enlightenment of understanding how this looks and how this works. I wish there was more transparency in what we're supposed to be looking at. I really wish we had the judges' feedback again, like we did 2 seasons ago. I loved that, and that was one reason that drew me to D.League, was because we had that. And I like the format of the judging, where it's you get a person per category. Like, that's cool, that's dope. I do think that we're still on our way and working through what that looks like to make it more easier to justify or easier to regulate. I think it's a regulation thing. But anyway, I had a lot of fun with this. Very intrigued on y'all's thoughts on many things we discussed here. Congratulations to imoon for having a competitive round on this, or competitive match. Avex, you'll get them next time. You guys do a great job on the concept side. Benefit One, I'm rooting for you as just a person. Like, I really, really hope that you guys can have more competitive showings to where you can get more positive results. Cyber Agent, really clean, freaking clean. I really liked how they branched out. I think that was great. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the next round. I'm Jess, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.